Welcome back to the GovCon Intel Briefing, produced by CyberCloudAI.Tech. I'm Alex, and with me as always is the brilliant Maya. Today is August 6th, 2026, and we're diving deep into the federal landscape to give you the edge. Here at CyberCloudAI.Tech, we specialize in helping small businesses and GovCon teams navigate the complexities of cybersecurity, cloud, AI, and federal capture strategy, all without that Fortune 500 overhead. Maya, fantastic to have you here again.
Thanks, Alex. Always a blast to dig into these signals. The federal space is just buzzing with activity, and I'm ready to unpack some seriously juicy intel for our listeners today. Let's get right into it, shall we?
Absolutely. We're kicking things off with some critical near-term opportunities and solicitation signals. First up, the DoD is making moves on operational security. Federal News Network reports that the Department of Defense has pulled its independent testing office's public reports from its website. A DoD official stated this is a proactive measure to strengthen their operational security posture by transitioning DOT&E materials to a CAC-enabled environment. What's your take on this, Maya?
Aha, this is a classic move that screams, tighten up your cyber game. When the DoD starts locking down public access and moving to CAC-enabled environments, it's a clear signal that operational security is a top-tier priority. For our GovCon teams, this isn't just about compliance. It's about anticipating the next wave of requirements. Think about secure data management, access control solutions, and even training for handling sensitive information. Any vendor who can offer robust, compliant solutions in these areas is going to be in high demand. It's not just about what they're doing, but why they're doing it, protecting critical data.
That makes perfect sense. Staying with the DoD, another big signal comes from their push into AI. They're actively building AI tools to predict and mitigate risks to the sustainment supply chain. Prototypes for the Joint Sustainment Decision tool are currently being tested by several large DoD components between now and March. This sounds like a massive undertaking.
Oh, it absolutely is, Alex. This is a prime example of AI moving from theoretical to practical application within the DoD. Predicting and mitigating supply chain risks using AI, that's a game changer for logistics, readiness, and overall national security. For companies specializing in AI, machine learning, data analytics, and even supply chain optimization, this is a huge green light. They're testing prototypes now, which means they're looking for solutions that work, and they're moving fast. If you've got expertise in predictive analytics, anomaly detection, or secure data pipelines for AI, you need to be engaging with these components yesterday. The Joint Sustainment Decision tool isn't just a fancy name, it's a direct call for innovative AI solutions.
Shifting gears slightly, the Army is also making significant internal changes. They're overhauling their discrimination and harassment reporting policies. And notably, commanders may still act on anonymous allegations that warrant further review. This seems like a move towards greater accountability.
It is, and it has implications beyond just HR. When an organization as massive as the Army overhauls its reporting policies, there's often an underlying need for better systems to manage those reports. We're talking about secure, confidential reporting platforms, data aggregation tools for trend analysis, and even potentially AI-driven insights to identify patterns while maintaining anonymity. Training programs for commanders on these new policies and how to act on anonymous allegations responsibly could also be a significant area. It's about creating a safer, more equitable environment, and technology can play a crucial role in enabling that.
Very insightful. Now, let's talk about a major player making waves in the AI space within the DoD. Salesforce is previewing plans to deliver newly authorized AI agents across the DoD, with their signature agentic AI product offering officially approved compliant to operate at DoD Impact Level 5. That's a huge compliance hurdle cleared.
Huge doesn't even begin to cover it, Alex. Impact Level 5 compliance is the gold standard for handling controlled unclassified information, and getting an AI product authorized at that level is a monumental achievement. This isn't just about Salesforce. It signals a broader acceptance and integration of sophisticated AI solutions within the DoD's most sensitive environments. For our listeners, this means the DoD is ready for more advanced AI. If you're developing AI agents, secure large language models, or intelligent automation tools, you need to understand what made Salesforce compliant at IL5 and aim for that bar. They're not just experimenting, they're deploying. It's like the DoD is finally ready to boot up some serious AI power.
That's a powerful signal for sure. And finally, in our opportunity segment, the Space Force has awarded $615 million in deals for a second batch of aircraft tracking satellites. This builds off the $4.16 billion award given to SpaceX in May for the initial satellite constellation for the SBAMTI program. Clearly, Space Force is investing heavily in this area.
Absolutely, Alex. This is a massive, multi-billion-dollar program, and $615 million for a second batch tells us this isn't a one-off. It's a sustained, long-term investment. While these are large prime contracts, it opens up a huge ecosystem for some contractors. Think about ground support systems, data processing and analytics for the satellite imagery, secure communications, software development for mission control, and even specialized components. If you're in the space domain, satellite tech, or even just robust IT infrastructure that can support such a complex program, you need to be looking for ways to get involved, either directly or through partnerships with the primes. The SBAMTI program is a major growth area.
Incredible insights, Maya. Moving on to some broader agency and market intelligence, we've got a few items that could impact everyone in the GovCon space. First, a serious watch item. A recent GovExec video highlighted that a debt ceiling breach could mean the federal government decides not to pay any government employees. That's a chilling prospect. Chilling is an understatement, Alex. While we hope it doesn't come to that, the mere discussion of a debt ceiling breach and its potential impact on federal employee pay is a huge red flag for GovCon. When federal employees aren't getting paid, contracts can slow down, new awards can be delayed, and cash flow for contractors can become a serious issue. It's a reminder to always keep an eye on the broader fiscal health of the government. For our listeners, it means having contingency plans, managing your cash flow carefully, and staying informed on congressional negotiations. It's a macro risk that can have very real micro impacts on your business. Indeed. And speaking of federal workforce issues, we've seen a couple of interesting signals. One, a comment on veterans' preference has sparked debate, shining a light on the broken federal hiring process. And two, agencies have been told to prioritize hiring early career employees and tech talent, which seems to diverge from earlier pushes to reduce the federal workforce. What do these signals tell you about the federal hiring landscape?
It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? On one hand, the federal hiring process is notoriously complex and arduous, leading to frustration for both applicants and agencies. On the other hand, there's a clear directive to bring in early career talent and, crucially, tech talent. This tells me that while the process itself is still a hurdle, the demand for skilled technical professionals within the government is only increasing. For GovCon companies, this is a dual opportunity. You can offer solutions that streamline federal hiring processes, or you can position your own tech talent as the agile, readily available solution for agencies struggling to staff up internally. It highlights the ongoing talent gap that GovCon can help fill.
That's a great point about the talent gap. And finally, on the agency intelligence front, the Senate has confirmed Dr. Erica Schwartz as the new CDC director. This brings new leadership to an agency that's seen its share of turmoil.
Yes, a new director at the CDC is always significant. Dr. Schwartz's background, with medical and law degrees, plus experience as Deputy Surgeon General and with the Coast Guard, suggests a very comprehensive approach. New leadership often means new priorities or at least a fresh perspective on existing challenges. For GovCon firms in health IT, public health data analytics, or even communications and outreach, it's time to re-engage with the CDC, understand her vision, and see where your capabilities align with the agency's evolving needs. It's a chance to get in early on potential new initiatives.
Fantastic overview, Maya. Now, let's distill all this intelligence into 3 practical capture actions our listeners can take right now.
Absolutely, Alex. For our GovCon teams looking to turn these signals into wins, here are 3 immediate actions. First, double down on operational security and compliance solutions, especially for DoD engagements. The DoD pulling public reports and moving to CAC-enabled environments isn't just a policy change, it's a statement. Agencies are prioritizing robust security postures. If your company offers cybersecurity, secure data management, access control, or even compliance training, you need to be actively showcasing how your solutions meet or exceed these evolving requirements. Focus on impact level compliance and zero trust architectures. Second, strategically position your AI capabilities, particularly for DoD supply chain and IL5 compliant applications. With the DoD testing AI prototypes for sustainment and Salesforce achieving IL5 authorization for AI agents icons, the door is wide open for advanced AI solutions. Don't just talk about AI, demonstrate how your AI can solve specific problems like predictive maintenance, risk mitigation in complex supply chains, or secure data analysis within sensitive environments. Highlight your ability to meet stringent compliance standards. And third, actively pursue prime sub opportunities arising from large federal investments, while also addressing federal workforce challenges. The Space Force's multi-billion-dollar satellite program is a perfect example where smaller firms can find significant subcontracting roles. Simultaneously, given the federal government's struggle with hiring tech talent, position your firm as a flexible, expert solution provider for agencies facing staffing gaps. This means having a strong talent pipeline and being ready to deploy skilled professionals quickly.
Those are incredibly actionable steps, Maya. It's all about being proactive and aligning your capabilities with where the government is clearly investing and facing challenges.
Exactly. Don't just react to RFPs, anticipate them. Get ahead of the curve.
That's a perfect way to put it. And that brings us to the end of today's GovCon Intel briefing. A huge thank you to Maya for breaking down these complex signals so clearly.
My pleasure, Alex. Always a pleasure to connect the dots for our listeners.
And to our listeners, remember, for comprehensive GovCon cybersecurity, cloud, AI, compliance, and capture support, visit us at www.cybercloudai.tech. We're here to help you navigate this dynamic federal market. And while you're there, be sure to check out our other technology and GovCon podcasts at www.cybercloudai.tech/Spotify. Until next time, stay informed and stay competitive.
See ya.